Ken, I guess I'll just ask you a few preliminary questions about what's going on. I missed the last thing, so I don't really know too much about it myself.
Completely therapeutic.
Oh. Well, what kind of direction do you aim this therapy, as you call it?
Well, as navigator of this venture, I try as much as possible to set out in a direction that in the first place is practically impossible to achieve, and then along the way mess up the minds of the crew with as many chemicals as we can lay our hands on, so it's almost certain that we can't get there.
Well, staying along the same line, more or less, with the type of sounds and noises that we're using, what is their purpose?
Imagine how it used to be like when people started talking. The first guy that ever realized that he could use this mechanism in his throat to make a sound that would communicate a feeling, emotion, or fact in the brain of another being over there. At that time, we probably were humming all the time. We were probably making just continual noises, like playing a harmonica that is going nowhere. That at any moment you can add to it your own kind of noise, and it's part of it. This is different from Beethoven's Fifth, which is finished, and there's no place for me in it, except as an audience. There's always somebody there right in the alley, waiting for you to go slipping past and say, "Hey, buddy, you want to buy a hot trip to heaven?" There's always one of those fast buck boys lurking just down there where the fairway ends. Watch out, he's driving out past now. They're on the finally gets down here for my phone with that something for the first time. Using my McKenna, I'm not playing it. Hey, buddy. Yeah, would you? You want to buy yourself a hot trip to heaven? Yeah, I think I want that action right now. And he lays a dollar down, quick and easy. And come on, there's one way to get and he says, "Look up." And he looks up, and that's where it's all at. He says, "I'm reaching up, 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 up." And he lives out, left behind his copper thing. Yeah, left behind his freedoms. And now he's reaching out into some kind of inner galactical miracle, some sort of chaos reaching around his brain, reeling in and out. Clouds coming down. But there ain't no way of answering that question because he passed outside the sphere of verbal communication. And it was just and ding-dongs of electrical impulses. It was all slightly unbelievable and weird to the eye. He said this could only be reached through some kind of telepathic non-communication method. Never before devised by man can it be true that this is truly a one-way ticket to heaven. And at that moment, the doubt crept in that maybe this was not heaven. And I took it away that it would go into not heaven. Not heaven. You mean after I finally got everything that I've been working all this time for, and after I finally made all these works of the world, after I got all this thought that way forever, now they put down everything, heaven? I'm going to get in touch with... Who's in charge here? Who do I write? Who do you complain to when heaven has gone wrong?
is the man in charge here. Somebody will answer to this.
That's the road, Washington. If this is heaven, I want to speak to the man in charge. And there's the sonorous rolling of drums and deep belches of satisfaction as the good man looked down and said, "You call me? I'm in charge." Hey, listen here. We got some kind of bad news that I gotta tell you about. I've been offered this one-way ticket to your place, and it turns out it's all marked. It ain't even there. Ha ha ha! Well, challenge you bought your ticket, and it's a certainly one-way drive. And I tell you, wasn't it nice and cool and crazy there for just a little bit? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I can't deny that, but suddenly it became something else, some sort of inner working of the diabolical mind of the human brain which passed it outside the realm of that crazy neon and dialectical impulses. And there was another astral plane reached on that little motion because the boss was whispering away into wisps of nothingness, never to be understood by those who are forced to listen. Listen, listen. No, listen. And next. Yeah, there's one. Once. The impulses reach out to the fingers, it's on the world of business. And it comes back into the method of resolution again. There's communication. It's non-verbal communication. It's non-reachable communication. It's somewhere else. It's on another plane. Astral, astral, astral. They was coming on like gangbusters in the first floor of the downtown Orpheus Theater. I mean to tell you, look it. I mean to say, watch them go. I mean, their hooves were 3 feet above the ground and never touching down. I mean, it was jubilation every minute, joystick everywhere. And everybody joining in the race. Clapping hands, and they shriek at the top of their voice, and it sounds to the unbeholden ear that these people are completely and totally rigged out to some sort of absolute identity. But it's not that, it's just good, honest to God ticket. It's just a good, honest to God ticket to that one-way road and the only heaven gate you all know. And I say, it's all gold and harmonious. And there's nothing but sweet and mellow hand ran on you. And I mean to tell you, it sounds like something that you heard when you was a little kid. It's because it's still true, brothers. Oh, brothers. It makes my old little heart beat 3 times its slowly 33 and a third voice. I came through the third astral elevation as a mere child and danced in fond jubilation throughout the multitude. So I doubted for 1 second. Then my body began to give way. We'll shut on Laco making us out, Fox. The Naked.